how, first of all, do you define satanic rituals with children, and then when did you become exposed to what's going on with this sacrifice in our country?
Well, yeah, they call it satanic ritual abuse, or SRA. My first exposure, I was a federal law enforcement officer, and so we had a lot of training on some of the heinous crimes that were out there. And now most law enforcement departments have special units on this, but there was a lot of satanic ritual activity out there. And Satanism is all about mind control, controlling the thoughts and actions of others. And the chief way that they do that is by molesting children when they're younger. And then once that they are permanently injured, they'll get multiple personality disorders and things like that. Once they're permanently injured, then they can use them for their movement of the rest of their lives. The International Pedophilia Ring is doing exactly that. So we started seeing this in law enforcement, and I started following it ever since. It is happening. There's no question that it's real. And most people can't get their minds around this. It is so disgusting. It is so dark. It is so evil that most people don't even want to think about this. In my experience today, in seeing that sort of ritual mind control and abuse, when I went to the Polygraph Institute, Defense Accountability for Credibility Assessment, we had an intensive study on the relationship between the psychology and physiology, the body and the mind. And we were taught that, especially between the ages of 1 to 6 or 1 to 8, that's the period when a human's mind is in its stage of development. And if that young child is molested or abused during that period of life, that twists their mind, literally injures their brain and the brain chemicals for the rest of their life. And they usually deal with counseling for decades after that. Well, satanic cults know this. Pedophile rings, of which there are international ones connected to Washington, D.C., they know this. So that's why one of the reasons they target young children is once they can do this, and once they not only sexually abuse them, but they brutally torture, and in some cases they kill these kids. That's how bad it is. But in cases of mind control and satanic ritual abuse, they will turn these kids into young prostitutes. They'll turn them into ritualists themselves.